So, I'm Christina from Interrobang Art, and in this video I'm going to make the pink heart dress from the Sims 4 Seasons expansion pack. Seasons was the first pack I got, and this dress has always been one of my favourites, so I'm really excited to make my own version in real life. I can't see a zip anywhere, so I'm going to make it in a stretch fabric. It looks like it's got princess seams, cap sleeves and a panel skirt. I'm not going for 100% screen accurate, so I'm going to make a few adjustments to make it something I'll actually wear in real life. I'm going to make it a bit longer, around knee length, and I think I want the neckline to be very slightly lower. This is a bit high for me. I'm not going to add this middle panel, I will just attach the skirt directly to the bodice, and I'm not going to have so many panels in the skirt. I'll just have a front and back, and then I can add pocket. It's got this cute heart print in different shades of pink, which I'm going to paint onto the dress once it's finished. I'm using this crepe scuba fabric in this baby pink. I've already set my mannequin up to my measurements. I don't use commercial patterns, I've never got on with them, so I always draft my own patterns. So I'm just going to do that straight onto the mannequin, but first I'm just going to cut it into a few smaller pieces so it's a bit easier to work with. I've got a very basic front and back panel now, so I'm just going to pin these to the mannequin, cut them out, shape them until they're the right kind of style, and then I'll add in the side front panels. So I've got all of my bodice pieces now cut out and pinned to the mannequin. I'm happy with how everything fits. I'm just going to trim a couple of inches off the bottom because it's still a bit long. But other than that, the bodice is ready. So I'm going to overlock all of these seams together and then I can start on the skirt. I normally make full circle skirts for most of my dresses, but with this one I think it's going to look better either as a half or a 3/4 circle skirt, but because I don't really like anything too fitted, I'm going to go for the 3/4. So just pinning out the waist measurement. I've used a circle skirt calculator for this, I'll put the link in the description. Now just pinning the length. Okay, so this is now a full circle. I'm going to just fold this side over to the middle and then cut this section out to make it the 3/4. And because I want pockets, I'm just going to open this out and then cut down this seam as well. So I've got 2 side seams. I'm just going to put these right sides together. Cut out my pockets. Just going to use this discarded skirt section. Okay, it's going to go and overlock each pocket section just around this part here so that it's neat when it goes into the skirt. Hello again. It's been a few days since I overlocked these pockets because I got food poisoning. So I did this, went in to get some lunch, couldn't face anything, and suddenly started throwing up. So that was super fun. Something I ate the night before, and I probably won't be going back there. So now I just want to measure about 10 centimeters away from the waist, and then I'll pin these pocket bags in place. Same on the other side. 10 centimeters from the waist. And then once these are pinned, I'm just going to overlock each side, pin around the whole side seam, including the pocket, and sew that in place. That's going to be quite boring, so I'll do all that off camera. And then I can attach the skirt to the bodice. Okay, I'll see you when the skirt's finished. I've got my bodice and my skirt all made up now, so I'm just going to pin them together and then I can overlock them with the elastic. I've attached the bodice and the skirt now, so all I need to do is hem it, add the cap sleeves and finish off the armholes and finish off the neckline, and then the dress part is done. I'm using a double needle to finish off the sleeves and the neckline. I use this all the time with stretch fabrics. I find that it's the best thing for having 2 rows of neat stitches whilst also keeping the stretch of the fabric without having to buy any specialist machinery. You can just use this with a standard sewing machine and it gives you a neat professional finish. It can be a bit tricky to begin with to get used to, but once you have mastered it, it's such a great tool. See, now you've got the 2 rows of neat stitching on the front, and then you've got the zigzag on the back, which keeps that stretch for you. I've pinned the sleeves to the armholes now, so I'm just going to go around with a very loose stitch to secure them, and then fold it over and double needle all the way around the entire armhole, including this top of the sleeve, to capture both of these edges in. The dress is finished now. I've got the cap sleeves on, I finished off the neckline, and I've hemmed it. So I just need to change into something I don't mind getting painty, and I can start on the hearts. I've mixed up all my paints now. I've got 2 pink and 2 peach colours. I mixed acrylics in with this fabric medium. So you use it 1-to-1, and then you can paint it directly onto the fabric and it stays washable and stretchable. I've also covered the mannequin in cling film so that when I'm painting it doesn't go through and stain it. I'm really happy with how this dress came out. I think the crepe scuba was a good fabric choice for this project as it's got the stretch that I wanted, but it just feels a bit fancier than jersey. I followed the pattern placement for the hearts as much as I could, but because of the extra volume that I added into the skirt, I did need to add a few extra along the sides. But overall, I think it's a pretty good match for the Sims version. I am planning the next Sims dress as we speak, so make sure you like and subscribe to stay tuned for that project. Bye!